The long-range forecast for the upcoming winter indicates a season of significant contrasts across the United States. The data points to a persistent atmospheric pattern that will create a stark divide in weather conditions. This pattern is expected to split the country in two. A line drawn roughly from the Great Plains to the southeast will mark the battleground. To the north and west of this line, winter is forecast to be colder and snowier than average, with significant storm events and Arctic blasts. To the south and east, a completely different scenario is projected. Unseasonable warmth will likely dominate, leading to persistent dry conditions. There is a potential for record-breaking high temperatures in these regions. This continental divide has major implications. The northern half faces risks of travel chaos, power outages, and strain on resources. Meanwhile, the southern half will contend with worsening drought, an elevated risk of unseasonable wildfires, and negative impacts on agriculture that requires winter chill. The primary driver for this forecast is a developing strong La Niña. This phenomenon is characterized by cooler-than-average sea surface temperatures in the equatorial Pacific. This large-scale cooling alters global atmospheric circulation, making it a key factor for North American winter weather. A strong La Niña forces the polar jet stream into a more amplified wavy path. This pattern typically features a deep southward trough, or dip, over the central United States. This trough acts as a conduit, allowing frigid Arctic air to pour into the northern half of the country. When this cold air collides with moisture, the result is a high potential for heavy snow and frequent storms. At the same time, warmer-than-average sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico help build a strong ridge of high pressure over the southeast. This ridge acts as a block, deflecting the main storm track northward and preventing cold air intrusions. This creates a push-pull dynamic. The cold Pacific drives a stormy pattern into the north, while the warm Atlantic maintains a dry, mild pattern over the south. This forecast shows strong similarities to a notable historical analog, the winter of 2010 to 2011. That season was also driven by a strong La Niña and delivered some of the most disruptive winter storms in recent history, particularly across the northern tier of the U.S. Understanding the science behind these large-scale climate drivers like La Niña and its influence on the jet stream builds confidence in this forecast and highlights the need for preparation in the months ahead. This winter is shaping up to be a tale of two extremes, dividing the country. For the northern half, a sobering preview lies in the historic winter of 2010 to 2011. Remember the Groundhog Day blizzard? That continent-spanning system buried Chicago, stranding hundreds of cars on Lakeshore Drive. That winter is a crucial benchmark for the pattern we are forecasting. The engine is a strong La Niña in the Pacific. Sea surface temperatures are plummeting, and our most sophisticated computer models agree. This will have a powerful influence on North America's weather. This creates a continental battleground where frigid Arctic air collides with warm, dry southern air, fueling major storms. The wildcard is a potential weakening of the polar vortex, which could unleash even more intense and prolonged Arctic outbreaks across the country. For the northern tier, this means a high probability of repeated high-impact snowstorms. Expect school closures, flight cancellations, and dangerous roads not just once but potentially multiple times through the season. Meanwhile, the southern tier faces the opposite threat, a warm, dry winter. From Texas to Florida, existing drought is likely to intensify, elevating the risk of significant wildfires well into the colder months. So how do you prepare? Your actions depend on which side of the divide you live on. In the north, focus on self-sufficiency for major storms with emergency kits for your home and vehicle. In the south, your concern is water conservation and fire safety. Create defensible space around your home and have an evacuation plan. This will be a season of contrasts and challenges. Whether facing blizzards or drought, preparation is the key to safety. We will be with you every step of the way. Stay aware and be prepared.